Let's move on to the third main topic today. And our third main topic today gets sent to us by Ibrahim Ali, who writes, with the ending of Stranger Things 3 and the fact that the show is still amazing, it was pretty much a no-brainer that Netflix would renew its biggest original hit for a fourth season. Well, they just announced the season with a short teaser trailer. It wasn't much. It wasn't much at all. Despite this, I think what we got was pretty interesting. I'm intrigued. Although we don't have much to go off, what do you think this means for where the story is going? Love the show, by the way. Thanks, and bring on the filthy. All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, Ibrahim. And yes, as we all knew was going to happen, Stranger Things Season 4 has been officially announced. Now, we all knew this was coming. I mean, we did talk the other week about, hey, just so you know, as of right now, it still hasn't been made official. I mean, we all know it's going to be, but as of right now, it still hasn't been made official. So they went ahead and corrected that, and it's now official, and it's coming. The reality is this. There are people in my industry, including me and many others, who have known for a long time that, yeah, they're going to be announcing it fairly soon. I never knew when, and I don't know that anybody else ever knew when, but we knew it was going to be announced soon. So we do have a Stranger Things Season 4 coming, and you're right, Abraham, that's a no-brainer. They absolutely were going to do another one, so here we are. However, there's a couple of other little interesting tidbits that I can share with you guys now. Back when I heard that, yeah, they're definitely moving ahead with Season 4, which we all knew anyway. There's no big surprise, no big scoop there. What I got told at that time, though, was that I can tell you definitively, they said to me, it is going to be the last season. Now, we have heard talk in the past about, the brothers saying that they were planning for 4 seasons. Some people said it was more, but I believe they said it was going to be for 4 seasons, all that kind of stuff. So I got told by an inside source there that 4 was coming, but make no mistake about it, 4 is the last season. There's not going to be a Season 5. Now, that might surprise some people because they also just announced the Duffer Brothers, the guys who created Stranger Things, they just signed an overall development deal with Netflix, which led a lot of people to think, well, that must mean they're also going to do more Stranger Things. Apparently, that's not the case. Now, anyway, after I had heard that, I then got that, I'm not going to say confirmed, but I had that told to me again by another source. That was, 4 is definitely going to be the end of it. 4 is definitely the end. And then I wrote to somebody in New York just saying, hey, this is what I heard, blah, 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 blah. Can you confirm that this is the case? And they said, oh, yeah, that's the case. 4 is definitely the last season of Stranger Things. But there's another little tidbit in here. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I've gotten contradictory information on this, but everything points to this, that Season 4 is going to happen. It's going to be the last season. And then there's going to be a theatrical event for Stranger Things. Now, let me be clear here. I've been getting, what I've heard consistently from every source I've talked to is that they are looking at doing a theatrical event for Stranger Things. That's been what I've heard from all of them. However, there's also been some contradictory information from those sources. Some have suggested to me that this theatrical event is going to be likened unto Game of Thrones, when Game of Thrones had a new season coming and they launched with it in the movie theaters, right? So something along those lines. However, I've also had other sources, including my one in New York, tell me that, no, they're actually looking at doing a movie, a Stranger Things movie to sort of end off Stranger Things. We're going to have Season 4. There will be no Season 5. But there's going to be a movie then of Stranger Things to wrap everything up. So again, let me be clear. I am getting contradictory information on that level. All of them are saying a theatrical event, but I'm hearing different things about what that theatrical event might mean. Whether that may mean some episodes will play in theaters, much like what Game of Thrones did, or they're going to wrap up this whole thing with a big movie. So that's the stuff I can tell you right now. I'm sure in the coming days, there's going to be other people that hear the same thing are going to report the same thing. But I thought that was interesting because Stranger Things, I believe, is the most successful thing Netflix has ever had. If not the most successful, it's got to be right up there. So for a long time, I thought there might be a possibility they would do 5, 6, 7 seasons, despite the fact that Netflix is traditionally now cutting a lot of shows short. They don't seem to want to go into seasons 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. I thought there was a possibility they could do 5, but apparently that's been ex-nayed. We're not going to get a 5, and it will, at least as a part of it ending or after it ends, there's going to be a theatrical event. So that's what I can tell you, but take all that with a grain of salt. I am not, keep this in mind, guys, I am not The Hollywood Reporter. I am not Variety. I am not Deadline. So keep that in mind. If this was coming from any of them, it would be a lot more reliable. I've had sources tell me things before that did not work out, but I'm just communicating to you what I've been told, and I believe is pretty accurate. So, and I'll tell you what, too, I know there's some people that didn't love season 3 of Stranger Things. I did. It might be my favorite season so far of Stranger Things. I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm excited about season 4. Question is, guys, how are you guys feeling about Stranger Things right now? Are you excited for a 4th season? Were you one of those people that was disappointed by the 3rd? Maybe you're not interested in season 4. Are you surprised about me saying that there's definitely not going to be a season? What do you think about all that? Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. All right.